The first significant indications of the use of the US-made Army tactical missile system have emerged in Russian-occupied Ukraine, with apparent attacks on 2 air bases. The Ukrainian armed forces claim to have successfully targeted the air bases at Berdyansk and Luhansk, striking Russian helicopters, ammunition, and equipment. While the strikes have yet to be confirmed, strong evidence suggests that at least one base was attacked, which could have significant implications for Russia. Notably, wreckage found after the attacks appears to contain M74 submunitions, commonly used in the cluster warhead version of Army tactical missile system. In previous discussions, we examined the importance of cluster munitions, loaded versions of Army tactical missile system, for Ukraine and their potential challenge for Russian forces. It seems that these weapons may have been used for the first time in this conflict. The initial 2 variants of the Army tactical missile system introduced were equipped with cluster munitions, dispelling either 950 or 275 300 submunitions. The missiles, known as MGM-140A and B, Block 1 and 1AA, and M39 and M39-901, had maximum ranges of 102 miles and 186 miles, respectively. It was only later that Army tactical missile system versions, with unitary warheads, entered operational service. Initially, the idea of providing Ukraine with any kind of cluster munitions seemed unlikely, but circumstances changed when the decision was made to deliver numerous cluster artillery shells from U.S. stocks. The provision of Army tactical missile system to Ukraine, including cluster munitions versions, was a significant issue for months due to concerns about escalation. However, reports began to suggest that policy was shifting and discussions were underway regarding cluster munitions versions of Army tactical missile system. It is worth noting that strikes on air bases in occupied Ukraine would align with the specified limits on the use of these missiles. The cluster warhead version of Army tactical missile system provides Ukraine with a substantial capability, delivering area effects up to a range of nearly 200 miles. Furthermore, its delivery system is difficult to defend against, making parked aircraft, vehicle pools, ammunition dumps, and air defense systems prime targets for these missiles. Regarding the M74 submunition used in the airbase attacks, it is worth examining its characteristics. Each M39A1 Army tactical missile system, equipped with GPS and inertial navigation, carries 300 of these submunitions. During the terminal attack, the missile executes a stabilized spin, scattering the bomblets through centrifugal force. The size of the affected area and the density of bomblet distribution can be adjusted by selecting the release height. Each M74 submunition has an asymmetrical design to increase its spin upon release. When it reaches 2400 revolutions per minute, the fuse is armed. The hundreds of M74s, each carrying a high explosive blast fragmentation warhead, impact almost simultaneously, generating extensive shrapnel and explosive blasts. Personnel and soft targets are particularly vulnerable. As for the outcome of the apparent attacks, a Ukrainian military blogger suggests that up to 10 helicopters were destroyed at the 2 air bases. Berdyansk housed mainly K-52 attack helicopters and Mi-8 and Mi-28 transport helicopters, as well as a few Mi-24 assault transports. The same blogger claims that a Pantsir S-2 air defense system was either damaged or destroyed. Interestingly, they also note that the helicopters at Berdyansk were positioned close together, unlike the dispersed arrangement at Zankoy Air Base in occupied Crimea, making them more susceptible to an Army tactical missile system attack.